Hello, my name is Sierra Zobi. I'm an NA VCL and Game Changers caster, so just been trying to follow everyone's progression for players such as you into the tier 1 space. So super excited to be chatting with you, especially after a win and qualifying to champions. Just first off, how you feeling after that high pressure match?
Oh my God. There's too many words I can say right now to how I'm feeling, but honestly, I'm just so happy. Expectations in this rookie year. NRG was doing really bad stage one. I think they only had one win, split one. Came into the team with some friends, Mata and Bonkar, and
Mm-hmm.
really just turned the whole ship around. And to be at champs now, we got a secured slot. It means the world to me. Honestly, I'm so happy.
Amazing. And we'll dive into like the champs specifics towards the end of the interview. First off, just to talk about the series that we just witnessed, because I don't know how we can go from like you guys being down 0-7 to then you being up 10-2 to then like that neck and neck of a map. It truly delivered for the stakes that it had. And to touch on map one first and foremost, right? That was almost an 0-7 comeback. And you mentioned after, right, like the 2-10 you had on Vine, that it's really hard for your team in particular when you're not in control of the pace to make those sort of turnarounds. So I guess what did you learn from the first time, and how did it almost happen this time?
Yeah. So usually when we go down like that, we get a little emotional, maybe tilted, and the comms, like the amount of comms, go down a lot. And after our game against Leviathan, or ever since the start, we're just kind of talking like, guys, if we stay level-headed the whole match and we're just talking the whole match, there's no team in this league who can beat us. And I think if we continue that, I think that will continue to ring true.
Nice. And then kind of continuing on with that, what did the conversation we heard a little bit from Bonkar like on the broadcast look like between those maps from Haven over to Corrode to have then, a standout 10-2 after you won 12 in a row just to close things out 13-2.
Yeah. Honestly, the post-match game, or after the first game, we went outside and we're like, guys, we had a slow start. It's whatever. Towards the end of that game, we were firing on all cylinders. Everyone was contributing. We lost like a C rush against Stingers or something like that. He like judged Ethan and they viper ulted. So we really just wrote it off with like, guys, we're in this game. Like we can win this. That's pretty much the talk we had. And on Corrode, honestly, everything was just going well for us. Once we start on defense, I don't know what the stats are, but I think we might be one of the best defense teams in the world. When we get that defense side, it's so hard for teams to compete with us.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it nearly flawless. Yeah, it was nearly flawless. What did I? And then moving on to map 3, then obviously like map 2 you're up that far. It was very silly even ending the map off with a knife kill, but we like saw like the air stiffen for map 3. Like there was less animated stage presence, etc. So, and it also like the score obviously was neck and neck. How did that feel for you guys just on stage and in the server, like knowing that like every round could be the last, every mistake could be the difference between you going to champs or not?
Yeah. So it's so funny you say that. We're every round we're talking to each other like, guys, calm down, calm down. It's such a high pressure, right? It's neck and neck. This is what the whole year counts on this game. But we just had a good system of like everyone, when people were doing too much, we're like, guys, relax, relax, just calm down. We're gonna do this, and then we all listen to the call, and it just, I don't know, I'm honestly out of words. It's hard for me to answer your questions right now because of how happy I am.
I
It's
mean,
so
I
weird.
I feel honored to be the one that gets to chat with you after a win like that and a feat like that. So, to talk then about getting to go to champs, what does it mean to you, like after waiting for the tier 1 opportunity for so long, then to be like in your first just stage, right, to get that spot and that opportunity at champs?
It's so surreal. I've been playing this game since release, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, been playing tier 2 the whole time. I had options or tryouts. Nothing ever worked out. Um, and so my first year is with my old coach Bonkar and one of
Yeah.
my best friends Adam Mata, and it's just such a big blessing for me. I'm so grateful to NRG and everyone on this team for all the hard work and opportunities they've given me, and it just means the world to me, honestly, that we made champs.
Mm. And on the other side of that as well, like you were up against Mitch, right? Who you also played with on the Oxygen days, and he's been to international, I believe, before. So like, what was that dichotomy of like, oh, previous teammate, I'm denying their spot to go to champs, but then I get to go to my first. Like, what was that like?
Yeah. So I mean, at the start of the game, I was not thinking that at all. It's all, it's, I don't even know.
Just another
There's
team.
no mercy at the beginning, but after the game, I saw him, I fist bumped him. You know, I feel a little. I saw his girlfriend as well, Izzy. We've came pretty close after all these years of on oxygen. Went to a lot of lands, and so it stings a little bit knowing that we denied him that, because I think they really came into good form towards the end of this year, C9, and they look
Mhm.
very well. And it sucks they don't get to go, but obviously, you know, it's a battle between us, and I'm really glad we made it.
Mm. And then kind of a next question then, again looking at champs. You obviously, this is your first official like Valorant international LAN, but you got to go up against some of the teams that are going to be at champs. Are you looking forward to any of those rematches? I know Genji's not going to be there for revenge, which I'm sure so many people are upset and surprised by me included. But you know, your Heretics, your RRQ, are you looking forward to any of that, or anybody else that you know is already qualified?
I've really been looking forward to playing against Fnatic. Um, I know the players on the team know Crashies pretty well, but you know, playing internationally, it's so much fun, and it's just very different. You know, different regions play very different, and I would say Fnatic's the one team I want to play.
All right. Well, I hope you get that chance. The draw shows after grand finals, so we'll know then. Hopefully. So then, moving in again, looking to the future. Like it felt like for you, especially like you're framing things like your goal was right that tier one spot, that tier one opportunity to prove yourself. And now that you've gotten that, and obviously punch your ticket to champs, what's kind of the new goal looking like shaping up for your career and like your esports kind of mindset moving forward right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's cliche, but we want to win champs, right?
Yeah.
That's the goal at the end of the day. First goal was to make it to champs. We had a long road ahead of us. We did that. I believe we can win. It's, for our team, like I said earlier, if we play how we do in practice and we're level-headed and we're shooting back on that day, I don't think any team can beat us, honestly.
Mm. Amazing. And then, you know what, to end things off, we have about 3 minutes. I have some really silly, just like rapid fire questions, just like your personality shine a little bit. They're gonna be silly, so to be prepared. The first one, my friends and their collegiate Valorant players wanted me to ask: your Crocs, do you wear them in sports mode or normal mode, and when do you switch between the two?
I keep them in normal mode, to be honest.
Ooh,
Sports mode, yeah, I mean
we're
they're
not
a
to see
little
that
bit,
at champs.
yeah, they're a little bit big on me, so I keep them out of sports mode. It kind of is awkward, so yeah.
All right, all right. Next. Obviously you have the Persona 5 profile picture. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but I've been told I need to because I was a Danganronpa kid growing up. Just the lore behind it, and what do you recommend for those wanting to get into Persona 5?
Honestly, Persona 4, Persona 5,
Yeah.
some of the best. I like playing the games a lot. If you're a game, you love games. Persona 5, the game is one of the best games I've played. If you enjoy single player games, that is obviously. But yeah, it's just a series I really enjoy. So Persona 4, Persona 5, get on that.
Mm. And then I don't know how I just noticed this, but in the final walk up, right? Like obviously Mata's towering or Adam is really, really tall, but I feel like your team has a lot of short kings on it. I was curious, does that give you a tactical advantage, you know, less distance for the nerve the signal to travel across?
1000%. We got two giants and Mata and Brock, and then we got three short kings with me, Sam, and Ethan. So we balance each other out really well. And if you've seen our assistant coach, I don't know if you have, his name's Strong, and that's his name for a reason. He's like 6'8", 300 pounds, the biggest guy you'll ever see. So we got a good mix going on, and I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I was literally like pulling up old pictures of Ethan. I'm like, wait a minute. I have a picture with Ethan. I can cross reference this to see how tall everybody was. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Next is obviously you had a short spell on Qbert Academy. I was curious, do you still have your Qbert plush or what have you done with it since I know we saw it in player cams from T2?
That's back home in North Carolina. I didn't bring it to LA. Obviously, I appreciate Sentinels and Qbert Academy. Everyone on that team gave me such a great opportunity that led me to be here. So I have nothing but respect for everyone on Sentinels. They're such great people, but I'm not repping the Qbert anymore. You know, we gotta play them. I think actually. So yeah.
You should do what like Fnatic did and like bring the Qbert plushie with you to champs. So if you face off against Sentinels, you can like showmanship it up. You know that was like peak in Toronto. You were in Toronto, I remember. I was there as well. So yeah, cool. And then let's see. This is kind of serious, kind of not. And this will be the last question of the interview. You had like an old Twitter post when you were in tier 2 where you're like, I averaged 72 steps a day right now. Just that's how connected to the grind you were. But I know NRG like is super invested in like the mental and like the health side of things. I know I had a private chef at one point. Have you like seen that go up? You know, how's balancing everything been with your promotion to tier 1?
1,000%. Honestly, living at home, I really just didn't ever go out like at all. I just all I cared about was Valorant. So
Hmm.
back home, I would just my computer to my bed, walk to the bathroom. That was about it when I was really grinding. But now that I'm on NRG, we do a lot of like our coach Bonkar. He's really into health. He wants us to be active, like getting sun, all this stuff. So he's been a really big impact on that for me, and I've seen like a lot of positives from that. And yeah, it has changed. I don't take 72 steps in a month anymore. No.
Great to hear, and thank you again for taking the time to chat with me after your win. Any last like thank yous or things you want to say to fans that are to come as you get to go to Champs Paris?
Honestly, it's yeah, sure. I'll say thank you to my family, all my friends, for supporting me like throughout this whole journey of me playing Valorant. Uh, Also to the NRG fans who have been a new support system for me. Right, it's the best feeling in the world knowing like you have people backing you, and especially to the org NRG and all the players on my team for giving me this opportunity. I'm forever grateful, honestly.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Have a good night and good luck tomorrow in the lower finals against Sentinels.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye bye.